Okay, good morning, everyone.
Okay, Miss.
All right, before we start our class today, let me check your attendance words. Is Fiona here?
Yes, Miss.
Okay, thank you. Widia,
Yes, Miss.
Fauzi,
Here, Miss.
Nancy. Is Nancy here? Oh yeah, she's here. Okay. Maybe she... Okay, Nancy, I can see you, but I can't hear your voice. That's all right. Okay, class. Let's begin our class today. Before we get into the topic of our material, let's start this class with a warmer up activity. Now, let me share screen first. Okay, can you see my screen now?
Yes, Miss.
Okay, thank you. Okay, for the warmer up activity, as you can see, we're going to write a food diary. So I have shared you a link of Padlet. Have you got the link, everyone? I've shared you in the WhatsApp group before.
Yes, Miss. I got it.
Okay,
Okay, Miss.
please open it. Now, as you can see here, for the food diaries, I want you to take a note or write a list of all the food you ate yesterday, everyone. So please list everything you ate yesterday based on this box provided in this Padlet. Double type anything that you had more than once and mark the healthy food with the sign, the star sign, and the unhealthy food with an X sign. Do you understand? Okay, now please share your answer here. There are breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks. I'll give you about 3 minutes. No, 2 minutes. Let's see. All right. We already have some answers here. First, for breakfast, we have Widia ate fried rice for breakfast yesterday. And lunch, she had chicken spicy. And Fauzi, for dinner you had 2 cans of grating dang with bread. Are you sure?
Yes, Miss.
My God, that's so unhealthy, Fauzi. Next, you have sausage for snacks. Okay, so I asked you to mark the healthy food and unhealthy food. Since we have some answers here, I want you to compare your answer with a partner. And please look at your partner answers and decide which one eat healthier food. Okay? Fauzi and Widia. Okay, Widia, what do you think? Who do you think eat healthier food? You or Fauzi?
I think this my Miss.
Okay, that's right, Widia. So everyone, Widia eat healthier food than Fauzi, as you can see. Sorry. Okay. Now, we have discussed about foods that we have yesterday, right? It shows our eating habit. Is it a healthy food or unhealthy food? And it relates to our topic today. We're going to discuss a topic, and it is vegetarianism, everyone. So we're going to learn 4 English skills with vegetarian topic. Okay? For the next activity, let's learn some vocabulary related to vegetarian or vegetarianism. Now, please open the flashcard link I have provided for you. Open the flashcard 1.
Okay, Miss.
Vegetarian. Okay. All right. Everyone, can you see the words on the screen?
Yes, Miss.
Fiona, what word is on the screen?
Vegetarian.
Okay, thank you. So related to vegetarianism, we need to learn some new vocabulary. Okay. The first one is vegetarian. Okay, let's see what vegetarian means, everyone. Click, flip. So, a vegetarian is a person who doesn't eat meat, including poultry, fish, and other animal-derived products. So, a vegetarian means someone that doesn't eat meat, eat eggs or milk. And everyone, do you ever heard about? Do you ever heard a word vegan? Do you know what vegan is, class?
No, Miss.
Yeah, actually, vegetarian and vegan is quite similar. I'll talk about this more later. Okay, next, what new words do we have more? Reducetarian. Reduce. What is it? The definition of reducetarian. So a reducetarian is someone who intentionally reduce their consumption of meat, everyone. So there are still, they do still eat meat, but they reduce the amount of the meat they consume. Do you understand? Okay, next. Animal welfare. What is animal welfare? Let's click flip. So, animal welfare, concern for the well-being of animals, particularly in terms of how they are treated and raised for food. So when someone mentions animal welfare, it refers to the well-being of animals, whether it's how they treated or raised for food. Next, one last word, saturated fat. Widia, what can you see in the screen? Tell me, please.
Saturated fat, Miss.
Yeah, there's a picture there. What can you see there? There are sausage and what?
But some like butter, sausage,
Yes?
and meat.
Okay, that's right, everyone. Yes, flip. So saturated fat is a type of fat found in various animal products. So when it is consumed in excess, it can contribute to health issues. Like we eat sausage or cheese or butter and overly, it can contribute to health issues. Okay, to get a deeper understanding of these new vocabularies, let's have a test, everyone. Click the test. Test, still in the flashcard. Okay, scrolling down. Okay, number 2. I want Fiona to answer the number 2. What do we call a person who doesn't eat meat, including poultry, fish, and other animal-derived products? Fiona, do you know what the word is? Yes, that's great. Vegetarian. Thank you, Fiona. Next, scrolling down. Number 3. Scrolling down. Okay. Oji or Fauzi. Number 3. You can answer number 3. What the word is. A type of fat.
D, Miss. Saturated fat.
Yes. Okay. Saturated fat. What are the example of saturated fat, Fauzi?
Like sausage, butter.
Yeah.
Mm,
Okay. That's true. Those kind of food has saturated fat, and when you consume it overly, it can contribute to health issues. All right, everyone. I hope from this activity you have learned some new vocabulary related to the vegetarianism. Okay. Now, let me lastly emphasize what is the difference between a vegetarian and a vegan. You need to remember that a vegetarian doesn't eat meat, fish, or poultry, but might still consume other animal products like dairy and eggs. Otherwise, a vegan, they are avoid all animal products, including meat, dairy, eggs, and even honey. Okay, now we move to the next activity. Since you have learned some new vocabulary, I want you to discuss still the same topic, vegetarianism. I have shared you a new Padlet. Have you got the new one? I have some questions on the Padlet going veggie. All right. Fiona, can you read the first question?
The question.
Yeah, the question.
What's the difference between a vegetarian and a vegan?
All right. So I have explained to you, right, the difference between a vegetarian and vegan. And I also have another question here, like, why do you think some people choose to become a vegetarian? Okay, class. In this activity, I want you to work in pairs, okay? Fiona with Widia, Fauzi with Nancy. So, work in pair to answer this question. Discuss it first together and write your answer on the box I have provided. Do you understand, class?
Yes, miss.
Okay, I'll give you about 3 minutes. Start now. Okay, now we have answers from Fauzi and Nancy. Okay, the second question. Why do you think some people choose to become a vegetarian? Fauzi and Nancy answers. People choose to become vegetarian for various reasons. Some do it for health, as a vegetarian diet can be lower in saturated fat and cholesterol. Others choose it for ethical reasons, avoiding the harm associated with animal farming. And another reason is environmental concern, such as reducing what? Reducing one's carbon footprint. Okay, that's such a great answer, Fauzi and Nancy. So yeah, some people choose to become a vegetarian for some reasons, everyone. One of it is for environmental concerns, like they don't want to adding some carbon footprint. They care for the environment because when we being a vegan, so we eat more eat no, I mean when we become a vegan, we reduce the eat consumption, okay? So it affects our environmental associating with the carbon footprint. And another reason, like avoiding the harm associated with animal farming. That's why we have discussed the animal welfare before, right? Okay, I think we have discussed quite deeper deeper subtopic in this topic, right? Vegetarianism. We have learned some new vocabulary and we have discussed what is the difference between vegetarian and vegan and some reasons why people choose to become vegetarian. Now let's move to another activity. We're going to do a reading activity.
Okay, class. In the previous activity, you learned about vegans and vegetarians, right? So now I will give you more understanding about vegetarianism through a text. Did anyone, did you can show the screen about the text? Okay, class, in the previous activity, you learned about vegans and vegetarians, right? So now I will give you more understanding about vegetarianism through a text. Can you see it on the screen?
Yes, miss. There is a text.
So here,
Vegetarianism.
there are several slides containing text, but before entering into our present activity, I would like one person to read this text aloud. Widia, can you read aloud this text? Widia, are you with me? I think Widia have some trouble with connection. Clarence, can you read aloud this text?
Yes, miss.
Oh, Widia here.
Vegetarianism. A vegetarian UK. How popular is not eating meat in the UK? Well, it's hard to say. According to the Vegetarian Society, around 2 until 3% of the population are fully vegetarian or vegan, and this number has remained fairly steady in recent years. What is becoming more popular, however, is reducing meat consumption, sometimes called flexitarian or reduced-tarian. More and more people are choosing to eat less meat, whether this means they stop eating certain kinds of meat, or they eat fewer meals containing meat each week, or they give up meat for certain days or periods. Finish, miss.
Okay, good job, Karen. So from the text you have read, do you have any ideas or like what the text about?
Well, I think the text A talking about vegetarian society in the UK.
So this is the text is about vegetarianism. So if you understand the text, I will divide you into two teams. Namely, the first team is Clarence and Fauzi, which is team A, and Widia and Anji, team B. So first, I ask you to read the text. For the team A, read the text part A and B. For team B, you will read part C and D. Here, you not only read, but I want you to discuss with your teammates and note down every point in the text, which will be shared later. So far, do you have any question about the direction that I give? Okay, if not any question, I will share this text via chat box. Okay, where these links will lead you to Canva, and there you will read it according to the parts that have been explained before. So for the discussion, I ask you this to discuss via WhatsApp. So far, do you understand, class?
Yes, miss. Where did we can share our answer, miss? Where?
So the answer you can share via chat box, and
Later.
you can present with your team.
Okay, miss.
So I give you 3 minutes for read and discuss, and you can start from now. All right, class, time's up. Have you finished discussing and writing down the points from the text?
Yes, miss. We're done.
Okay, if so, we will move on to the next activity. But before that, I will randomize your group again. And why I randomize again? Because there are some activity that you should do later. So Clarence and Widia are in group 1, and Naji and Fauzi are in group 2. So previously, you have noted down points from different parts of the text, right? So the group I'm in has people with different parts of the text. So I want you to explain the points you note to your new group of friends. And do you understand at this point?
So we share our main point in the previous group. Is it right, miss?
Yes. So if you understand, you can discuss again in your partner and give the notes of the point that you have write before via WhatsApp group. And I give you 2 minutes. You can start from now.
Okay, miss.
Okay, class, have you finished discussing?
Yes, miss.
So do you understand your friend explanation?
Yes.
Okay, right now I want all of you to type. I think all of you have typed all the text point in via chat box, right? Can explain part C and D. So Widia and Clarence understand about the direction.
Yes, miss. I think we
Okay.
can start first.
Oh, okay. Widia can start first.
Okay, part A. Vegetarian popular in UK. However, right now, reducing meat consumption is more popular because reducing meat consumption is called flexitarian or vegetarian. Then more people prefer to reduce the meat consumption, which means they eat just for certain days. And then in the part B, that's not true. Someone not want to eat meat because animal welfare. And then, but it's true that people concerned about animal welfare and big factor people become vegetarian or vegetarian because of health issue. And then the other factor is because
Okay, next for part C, the main point is talking about meat production is one of the human destructive in this world. And UK Committee on Climate Change recommending large decreases in meat consumption on climate grounds. And so on, deforestation in every Amazon country is clearing land to farm cows causes damage for the environment. And the last point is in a world where water shortages are continuing to rise, meat production uses vast amounts of water. And the last one, text from D part, the main points are the vegetarian campaign has been widely voiced. Because vegetarianism is increasing, many recipes are being released with vegetarian menus. And and the text suggests us to let's trying to reduce meat consumption from now on. I think that's all, miss. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Clarence and Widia. So can you give your friends applause? Listening activity. Thank you.
Thus, let's move on to improve your listening skill. Before we start, take a look at the screen. Can you see it? These are sample questions for the quizzes you will be taking later. I'll give you 2 minutes to read it carefully.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay, time is over. Next, I will give a link the quizzes in the chat box, and while doing the quizzes, you need to listen the audio. So the audio is the material for the question in the quizzes. So while you're doing quizzes, you need to listen the audio carefully. Okay. So I want to give you the link the quizzes in the chat box. Can you see it?
Yes,
Can you
sir.
open it?
Yes.
Okay. So are you guys ready?
Okay, sir. So we going to answer these quizzes while listening to the audio, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Can we start it?
Yes, sir.
We play in 3, 2, 1.
Speaker 1.
I switched to vegetarianism 2 years ago because I read an article about all the health benefits. Best decision I've ever made. I feel so much healthier now. My skin is really good and my hair is much shinier. You have to be super careful though that you still get all the nutrients you need in your diet. The main problem for me is that I'm the only vegetarian in my family and the others want to eat meat and fish. So sometimes it's a bit of a pain for my mum because she's the one who does most of the cooking. She usually cooks for the rest of the family, then throws something together quickly just for me. She says I should learn to cook for myself, but I've got so much homework at the moment. Okay, I am a bit lazy about cooking. I'm going to have to get my act together or I'll be condemned to a diet of salads and omelettes, which I like, but if that's all you're eating, it's pretty boring.
Speaker 2. Did you know that there are about 500,000 vegans in the UK? That's people who don't eat any animal products at all. They reckon the number is growing because of teenagers on social media, like me. That's where I got links to videos which convinced me that it's the best option for animals, our planet, and my health. I did a lot of research into what kinds of things to eat before I changed my diet. It's really easy to find vegans online who will answer questions and give you advice. I've been given lots of useful tips, like you can eat chickpeas and spinach for iron, to make up for the iron you'd get from meat in a conventional diet. I still really miss fried eggs and normal chocolate. Oops, I mean non-vegan chocolate. My family have been supportive about the change, but I get teased a bit at school. Some people think that being a vegan is weird. Luckily, I've got a lot of friends who tell them it's cool. Speaker 3.
I gave up eating meat a couple of years ago because at the time I was following a celebrity who was a veggie. Stupid reason, I know, but you see beautiful, glamorous people on Instagram and you want their lifestyle, so I became a vegetarian. I don't miss meat, but I still eat fish sometimes, which sort of isn't really allowed. My main problem is that I'm not too keen on vegetables. My dad finds that hilarious. He's always going, "How can you be a vegetarian if you don't like vegetables?" I do like chips, though, and tomato ketchup. They're made from vegetables, aren't they? I don't eat that much fruit either, apart from bananas. Anyway, but because my diet is a little on the unhealthy side, I take multivitamins every day. I also try and avoid rubbish like fizzy drinks and sweets. I don't think my diet's so bad. I feel pretty healthy.
Speaker 4.
My whole family's vegetarian, so if you're brought up that way, it seems perfectly normal. My parents are both good cooks, and we had a very varied diet. We ate lots of international dishes, Italian, Indian, Middle Eastern, and so on. I never really missed meat or fish, except when I went out with friends. When I was young, I remember lots of birthday parties in hamburger places. That was a bit tricky. When you're young, you never like being different. But later, quite a few people in my class at school became vegetarian, so I was no longer the odd one out. Anyway, now I've left home, I keep having lapses. I wouldn't admit it at first, but I have tried meat a couple of times, and I'm getting to really like fish. I feel awful sometimes, but I love food and I want to experiment with everything. I haven't told my mum and dad. They'd be shocked.
Speaker 5.
My main reason for becoming vegan was that I can't stand the way we treat animals. Most farms are run in such an inhumane way. I refuse to support factory farming. The treatment of hens is horrific, not to mention what they do to cows. So now I don't eat any animal products. No meat, obviously, but no eggs, milk, or cheese either. And I don't eat fish, of course. When I first started to be a vegan, I found I was getting tired all the time. So I went to see a nutritionist and she said I wasn't getting enough protein. Now I'm a lot more careful and I eat lots of different nuts and seeds and pulses, dried beans, chickpeas and lentils. It's a bit time consuming buying and cooking special things, but now I feel really good. My family think I'm a bit weird, but they're gradually coming round to my lentil and rice specials. This recording was created by the British Council.
Okay. Are you guys have finished it or not?
Wait, sir. Finish, sir.
Okay. Have you struggled by doing the quizzes?
Yes, it was quiet, fast.
Yeah. But when so that was an audio of the 5 speakers sharing their vision and personal experience of changing their diet to become more vegetarian or vegan. So this change was influenced by environmental concerns, health, lifestyle choices, or moral values regarding to the treatment of animals. Okay, that's the end of our class. So I hope you guys can improve your skill listening to be better.
Persuasive language. Okay, we know persuasive language is a powerful tool used to convince others of a certain viewpoint or to prompt them to take a specific action. Okay, before we play the role play game, here's the tips for you. First, be clear about your main message. Use emotion and logic to support your argument. And then address potential concern your partner might have. And the last is be respectful and okay, next about the instruction or our of our activity. Okay, class. And now I will divide you into two groups, consist of people. Okay, group A and group B. Group A is Clarence and C, and then group B, Fauzi and Fiona. Okay, remember everyone, group A are friends. Okay, group A need to try to persuade their friend to become a vegetarian, and then group B need to try to persuade their friends to become a meat eater. Okay, remember group A and B are friends, and you try to persuade each other because you care about each other. Are you understand about this?
Yes, miss.
Any question?
No, miss.
Okay, and now I'll give you 5 minutes to discuss with your group. Uh, any question? Okay, I'll choose on group A, Clarence, and then group B, Fiona. Okay, are you ready?
Okay, miss. I
Okay,
act as A, vegetarian, and Fiona from B, meat enthusiast, right?
yeah,
Can we start now?
B, Fiona. Okay, are you ready?
Okay, miss. I
Okay,
act as A, vegetarian, and Fiona from B, meat enthusiast, right?
yeah,
Can we start now? Okay. Hey, Fiona. I've been thinking a lot about our diet lately, and I wanted to share something important with you. Have you ever considered going vegetarian?
Hey Clarence, interesting thought, but I always enjoy a good steak. What do you think? I should give up meat?
Well, I've been reading about the health benefits of vegetarian lifestyle. It can lower the risk of heart disease and even help maintain a healthy weight. Plus, think about all the delicious plant-based alternatives.
Get that, Clarence, but meat is a great source of protein and essential nutrients. I feel energized after a good weekend. Why give up something that's been a part of our diet for centuries?
True, but there are so many tasty and protein-rich plant-based options now. And going vegetarian has environmental benefits too. It reduces our carbon footprint.
I hear you on the environmental front, but there are sustainable practice in meat production too. Because nothing beats the satisfaction of good barbecue with friends. It's a social thing too, you know?
Absolutely, I know. I'm not saying we can't have great meals together. There are fantastic vegetarian recipes we can enjoy. And hey, we'll both be doing something positive for the planet.
Fair point, Clarence, but I just can't imagine giving up my favorite burger and steaks of who I am.
I get it, Theo. But think about trying a meatless Monday or exploring some delicious vegetarian recipes together. Small steps, right?
Maybe I can give it a shot occasionally, but you'll have to promise not to judge me if I still suffer a good steak now and then.
Deal. As long as you're open to exploring some tasty vegetarian options with me. It's all about making choices that feel right for us. I think that's all from us, Miss.
Okay. Okay, everyone, all of you, I think you have seen your friends, Group A, Group B, Clarence, and you have discussed about um, vegetarian and meat eater. And then I want you to choose which group that have success to persuade their friend, uh, meat eater or vegetarian. Okay, I will ask you, Oji.
So I think that A has succeeded in persuading B, miss. Nevertheless, they were great.
Okay, good answer, Oji. Okay, in Oji opinion, um, Group A has success in persuading Group B. Okay, I think that is for our last activity. I think all of you have understand about our lesson today because today we have learned a lot of things such as vocabulary about vegetarian, and then okay, it can increase your vocabulary, and then you have learning how to writing, and then to increase your speaking skill, and then your listening skill. Okay, everyone, that is from our day. Any question about the
No, Miss.
class today? Thank you for your attention. Goodbye, class.
Okay,
Thank
Miss. See you,
you,
Miss.
miss.
Thank you for today.